And you know, pain is real, trauma is real, grief is real. Sometimes some of that hurt, it stems back from the past, and it just lingers on and it lingers on. And you got to find some way to get that off you. You got to pray it up, and sometimes you got to go out there and talk to somebody. God really put these resources around us, these people in the world out here, to help us out. And if you've been seeing that number 831, and a lot of you gonna be seeing it because it's just telling you it's time to vent. It's time to go to counseling. And you're gonna see that 831 everywhere. You're gonna see it on license plates. You know, you're gonna see it everywhere you go, on the TV. Every time you look at the clock, it's 8:31 now, 8:31 p.m., a.m. too. It's just gonna be bouncing on you everywhere, you know, because it's time for you to go ahead and vent. You know, you've been holding on that trauma from that divorce for a long time. You lost a spouse, you know, you lost a loved one of your child. And some of that hurt, it takes a long time to get rid of. And I'm going to be real with you. Sometimes this stuff, it don't go away. But the thing is, we got groups out here that you can go talk to. It's all types of groups where it's just groups of people who've been through that same abuse that you've been through. You know, they had that same childhood that you came from, that same neglect that you've been through, divorces, you know, things going on with childhood, you know, deaths in the families. Sometimes that stuff just linger on, y'all, and you got to find a way out. And there is a way out. Counseling is a form that I didn't use at first. I'm like, I'm not about to go talk to these strangers. I don't know him. She can't relate to me. But truth of the matter is, we all going through the same things out here. That's why they got groups out here where 50 people meet. Sometimes 100 of them meet. And they all talk about the same problem. They all talk about their special needs child that they have to raise and how much trouble that is on them. They're a single parent and it's hard. It's hard doing stuff like that. They all talk about their divorce and how they was in that abusive relationship for 15, 20 years and they had to find a way out. That's a form of counseling. It's a way of releasing it, and it helps you. Sometimes this pain does go away, and you forget about that. You know, sometimes you're able to just walk away, and you can live your life now. But you have to go vent. And if you've been seeing that number 831, it's telling you it's time to go ahead and vent. It's time for you to go ahead and open up and go to counseling. Go ahead and find a therapist out here. And sometimes it's somebody who looks like you that can relate to you. Sometimes it's not a man from over there in your neighborhood. Sometimes it's not your family member who you need to go be telling this business to. Because, you know, sometimes this vent that you're telling over here, it just go over to the next vent. And they just gossiping about you and talking about you. You heard about that. So when you start seeing that number 831, go ahead and seek therapy. God put some people out here who got patience, you know, who really can see this, who actually been through this, who